Ian Kahangara, Director Global Markets and Chief Investment Officer. The Oak Special Fund is under Faida Investment Bank, and you're the one who's managing that. So,
Yes.
again, for a potential investor, the minimum deposit is?
The minimum deposit is 500,000 Kenya shillings.
The minimum top-up?
50,000 Kenya shillings.
And is it mandatory to top up?
No, it is not mandatory to top up. You can choose to place one investment and leave it there until maturity, where you can pick everything up.
Okay.
The top-up is basically something to encourage you to increase the amount that you have on investment.
And therefore, I can top up also as many times.
You can top up as many times as you wish.
Okay.
Yes.
The minimum investment period?
The minimum investment period, or what you call a lock-in period, is 6 months.
Okay. Within that 6 months, you cannot touch your money, you cannot withdraw it.
I'll say you are not supposed to.
Okay.
However, there have been one or two outliers whereby we may consider as management. There are people who may come and say they have someone who's admitted, they are sick and everything else, and maybe they need to liquidate. Okay. So there we can see how to give a waiver and allow you to continue, but we highly recommend that the minimum should be 6 months, and potentially your target should be 1 year investment, so that you can experience the whole investment strategy on your portfolio.
And the annual targeted returns is how much?
The annual targeted returns is 20% after management and all other fees. So basically 20% net of fees.
Okay.
Yes.
And as so far the performance, as you clearly said, you are explaining the customer journey.
Yes.
So now you were explaining, let's go back then into the customer journey. In the previous video you were explaining it. So let's continue with that journey. So every month, what were you saying that you give?
Every month you receive on email a statement breaking down the investments you've done, the top-ups you've done, any withdrawals that you've done, and the monthly income generated by your investment. Okay. Yes.
Now, let's go to the crucial one. I keep saying people don't make investments to stay there for life. A lot of people, some people do, but in a situation like this, they're making to get the gains and then to exit.
Yes.
So what does the exit journey then look like?
The exit journey will be initiated by the client themselves.
Let's say after 1 year or 2 years, even I decide I'm happy with the gains.
Yes. What will happen is the client will initiate the withdrawal by just writing an email or handwritten instructions to say that they want to do a full withdrawal, if at all they want to redeem everything that they have. Once received, we'll take 24 to 72 hours just to plan everything and to ensure that we send the funds to the client. Okay. Why we say 24 to 72 hours, it depends on the amount and where we've invested and how liquid we are at that time. But we strive to process it as fast as possible.
Okay.
Yes.
And also maybe I may hit you up on a Friday at 4 p.m.
Yes. you may send an email at even 6 p.m. on a Friday. And maybe that one we may start acting on it on Monday. That's the reason.
Okay.
Yes.
And 24 hours to 72 hours before I get my money?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else? And that will be sent to, of course, my bank account or to?
Yes, it will be sent to the bank account details that were shared initially. And they have to be in your name if the account belongs to you, because we do not send to third parties at all. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there any other detail that I should know about the Oak Special Fund?
For now, I believe just know that you have competent people managing your money. Everything and transparency is key to us. We are going to give you monthly statements for you to know what is happening. And the other thing is just to tell you that as much as we have Oak Fund, by end of this month, we'll have Angaza and Hazina Fund. And there are other funds that you can explore depending on your risk appetite, your investment horizon in terms of duration, and maybe your needs that you may need. So there are other opportunities to invest in other funds so that you can diversify your risk. It's not just about the return. That's something I insist. Okay. Another thing I would want to insist is we call OAK is actually an asset allocation fund. Being an asset allocation fund, the main aim of the fund is to even the returns over the longer durations. Longer durations, I'm talking about 5 years. I'm not talking about month on month. So it's possible to even have a negative month. It is possible. And that is one thing we want to make it clear. But we are striving to have 20% return within the year. As much as we are looking at 20% within the year, and the good example I gave was on even currency movements. So assuming you are pegging things on the dollar last year, and you made money using the dollar. This year, that is not working. But we are entering into a good high interest rate regime that we've had within the year. So you might find that majority of the asset allocation has been taken to interest-bearing instruments. So we've gone to bonds, we've gone to call deposits, we've gone to fixed deposits. Maybe next year, you never know. It may change to something else. Gold has been doing well also. It's something maybe we can get into. So what happens is, on an asset allocation mechanism, we are looking at which assets are making money at this moment. We push more as far as it's within our asset allocation matrix. We push more into that to boost our returns while trying to remove more into maybe assets that are doing badly at a given time. So at the end of it, it's to balance the return that we are getting. It's not really to bring, I'll say, out of the market returns. That is not the actual aim of our asset allocation mechanism. However, if we get above market returns, we'll be very happy, and that's and we don't mind giving that. Thank you.